Hi, thanks for using my Court Coach. I'm Sarah, and I'll be your instructor today as we discuss the declaration of obligor's income during judgment period for the presumed income set-aside request. This is also known as Form FL-643. As with all court forms, you want to fill in your identifying case caption information at the top. When would you use this form? If you have filed an FL-640, which is a notice of request to set aside a support order based on presumed income, then you could also file this as part of your supporting paperwork. This form would show to the court what your actual income was. In order to file it, we start with filling in your name at the top. You're going to mark box 1, I am the obligor or parent required to pay support. Don't worry about the option below that. That's only if a local child support agency is filling out this form. Then in field 2, you would want to list the date that the judgment regarding parental obligations was filed using the presumed income. And then in field 3 is where you would list what your actual income was. So for the time period that the support order is in effect for. As we discussed in the last video regarding the FL-640, you have 1 year from the date that support is collected under the judgment on presumed income to file your motion to set aside. So in any case, this time period should not represent more than a year's worth of income, but you want to list the start month and year and end start month and year if there's a fluctuation for that time period, the average monthly income you receive during that time period, the percentage of time spent with the children. The easiest way to figure that out is just to total up the number of hours in a year and then figure out how many days per month you're spending with the child, how many hours, and then divide. And then if you have access to a support calculator, you can include in the guideline support amount. Otherwise, you can also just list guideline if you don't have access to that. And that just lets the court know that you're looking for a guideline calculation based on your actual income. And then on the very far right, you would list the source of your income. It can be wages from employer, self-employment income, rental income, whatever your source of income is, you would identify it here. If there are multiple jobs that you've had in this time period, then you would want to fill out a separate line for each of those, and that's why they are giving you many options here. I think it's good practice to also include additional evidence regarding your actual income. Box 4, if you are providing that, mark box 4. And make sure to redact your social security number from any of the documents you're providing to the court. That's just for your own protection. Additionally, and as we discussed in the video relating to the notice of motion to set aside based on presumed income, you will be filing an income and expense declaration with this form. So if you are attaching your proof of income to that instead, that's fine as well. Finally, you want to sign and date this form. So I hope that you found this helpful. Good luck.